Look, if you blinked, you missed it. Hot news just dropped straight out of Motor City Pride. Here at the Den, we're always on the lookout. And today we've got updates that hit every Honolulu Blue fan right in the heart. This isn't some cold insider chatter. This is the kind of analysis you only feel when you're in the stands. And come on, man, it's on fire. So get your heart ready because we've got a breakout player, behind-the-scenes moves, and even a last-minute surprise. Now tell me, are you ready to feel that roar? But before we drop the kind of news that'll pump blue blood through your veins, let me hit you with this real quick. Did you know almost 90% of people watching still haven't clicked subscribe? Holy smokes, that's missing out on Raw Lions News Central coverage. Don't play yourself, fam. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and roll with the Blue Nation. You know when you watch a kid and think, that guy's different? That's exactly what happened with Jackson Meeks, the undrafted wideout with a $220K contract who's already got the Honolulu Blue faithful dreaming during preseason. One pride, baby. The kid came out of Georgia, then Syracuse, and even without the first-round spotlight, he brought swagger to the field. Let's be real, the stats don't lie. 11 catches, 176 yards, and 2 touchdowns right out of the gate. For anyone parachuting in, that's not just numbers. That's the kind of performance that makes the crowd roar. Now sure, the harsh reality of the NFL hit him. He didn't make the 53-man roster. Some might call that a blow, but hold up. We know how Detroit works. Just last year, guys from the practice squad got the call when injuries hit hard. And you know what? They delivered. So for me, seeing Meeks on the practice squad isn't a fall. It's just another step in his grind. Wide receivers coach Scotty Montgomery didn't hold back. His time is coming. Man, when a coach talks like that, it's not just hype. Montgomery's seen the grind up close, and he swears this kid has the juice to be special. Honestly, I vibed more with Meeks' attitude than with his yardage. He didn't hang his head, didn't disappear. He knows he's in a stacked room, but he's still showing fight. And that, my friend, is Lions football, baby. Fans are already lighting up group chats. This kid deserves a shot. Put him in, he'll shine. And they're not wrong. Depth at receiver matters, and Meeks could easily become that unexpected fan favorite. Remember last year, we had guys nobody bet on who ended up being key pieces. So lock this in. If the coach says his time's coming, I believe it. That roar is coming. Honolulu Blue forever. And don't catch your breath just yet because the next update, it's even bigger. Rumors are flying about a veteran quarterback stepping in as QB3. You don't want to miss this. Here's the deal. The Lions front office isn't playing. The plan now is to bring in another QB, a QB3, to back up Jared Goff and Kyle Allen. And straight up, come on, man. This talk is heating up because the name floating out there is Mike White, the guy who's been with the Jets, Dolphins, and most recently the Bills. He's 30 years old, made nearly $10 million in his career, and logged 15 games with 7 starts. Not a superstar, but he knows how to run an offense. And what popped into my head immediately? Hendon Hooker. Third-round pick in 2023, carried high hopes, but the Lions cut ties early. The front office had a replacement plan lined up, but it fell apart. GM Brad Holmes said it straight. The deal fell through, but we're bringing in a third QB soon. So yeah, this isn't barroom speculation. This is the real plan. Now, Mike White makes sense, but other names are in the mix too. Jeremy Reisman from Pride of Detroit threw out Tim Boyle, John Wolford, Taylor Heineke, and even Nate Sudfeld, who's already been here. Holy smokes, what a list. These aren't top-tier guys, but a QB3 doesn't need to be flashy. He needs to hold it down when chaos hits. And if you follow the league, you know teams that ignore QB depth always pay the price. Another option? Desmond Ridder, former Falcons and Raiders QB. 18 career starts, 63% completions. His numbers don't scream star, but he's steady. Look, I get it. He's not a dream signing. But ask yourself this. Do you want to roll the dice on raw talent or lock in someone who's been around real playbooks? Honestly, I think the Lions go veteran. They can't risk leaning solely on Goff and Allen, not with a tough schedule in Green Bay looming in Week 1. Feels like the front office is determined not to repeat mistakes. One pride, baby, and fans are buzzing. Some say, don't waste money, stick with Goff and Allen. Others shout, bring in a vet, don't gamble. That's the beauty of it. We can argue all day, but one thing's clear. If Holmes says this deal's going down today or tomorrow, this bomb could drop any second. And buckle up, because if you thought that was hot, the next one's pure adrenaline. A new pass rusher straight out of Army, and my heart nearly jumped when I saw it. Want to know why? Yeah, you know how we get when the Lions inject fresh blood into the defense. Just yesterday, it became official. Andre Carter II, former Army standout, signed to the practice squad, and man, I celebrated this one. This kid's got a story. Back in 2022, he put up 15.5 sacks, second best in the entire country. That's Lions football, baby. Coming out of West Point, discipline is literally his DNA. Now, let's keep it real. He went undrafted in 2023, landed as a UDFA with the Vikings, played 12 games mostly on special teams, just 68 defensive snaps, then came a stint with the Raiders, 3 preseason games, cut loose again. Looked like the fire was fading. But nah, the den never dies. Detroit grabbed him to fill the final practice squad spot, and that's huge. What excites me most is his motor. This guy doesn't quit until the whistle blows. And for a defense already stacked with talent, adding a hungry rusher like Carter could be massive. I'm not saying he's stepping in as a starter tomorrow, but give him time and by December he could be that fresh leg disruptor who flips a game. Fans are split. Some say steal of the year if he develops. Others worry he's already bounced around, not sure. I get both sides. But come on, man. 15.5 sacks in college isn't smoke and mirrors. That's raw talent waiting to be molded. And this staff, Dan Campbell and Aaron Glenn, know how to turn underdogs into weapons. We've seen it before. If Carter embraces the culture, he could become that edge rusher who wrecks quarterbacks late in the season. Picture it. Fourth quarter at Lambeau. Carter explodes off the line, buries Jordan Love, and the roar echoes. Holy smokes. Just thinking about it gives me chills. Honolulu Blue forever. Moves like this don't make splashy headlines, but they build championship rosters. And I'll say it. If Carter seizes this shot, the roar will be deafening. But hold tight. We're not done yet. A veteran corner just came in for a visit, and this one could shake up the secondary. Want to know who knocked on the door? Get this. Just when I thought the day was already wild, here comes another bombshell. The Lions brought in cornerback Trey Avery for a visit. The guy's 28, bounced around with the Titans, 49 years, Patriots, and Bucks, and now he's in Detroit. Let me tell you, this might look like a small move, but it's not. It's a depth piece that could immediately impact the secondary. His story's wild. Came into the league in 2022 undrafted, earned snaps with the Titans, played 14 games as a rookie with 29 tackles and 9 pass breakups. Not bad for a no-name. Spent 2 more seasons in Tennessee, 33 tackles in 2023, but fell off the next year with just 3. Then the crazy carousel, cut by the Titans, picked up by San Francisco, then New England, then Tampa Bay, and now cut again in less than 8 months. Unbelievable, man. Journeyman life is brutal. And now, he's knocking in Detroit. Our corner room is already heavy. DJ Reed and rookie Terrion Arnold as starters. Amick Robertson, likely at nickel, plus Avonte Maddox and Rock Ya-Sin bringing versatility, even sliding into safety roles. But let's be real, the NFL's a marathon. You can't ever have too much depth. One injury and suddenly you're scrambling. Honestly, I think Avery could be valuable. He won't steal a starting job, but as a rotation guy, special teamer, and in those clutch 4th quarter plays, he can contribute. And hey, 653 defensive snaps plus 440 on special teams isn't nothing. He knows how to stick on a roster. Fans are split. Some say just another body, useless. Others shout any help against Green Bay is good help. And don't forget, week 1 is at Lambeau, then Chicago at home right after. Brutal stretch. So yeah, if Avery comes ready to compete, he raises the room's level. Holy smokes, what fires me up is seeing the front office never sleep. They're not waiting around for luck. They're grinding, testing pieces, making moves. That's contender culture, no excuses. The den never dies. And honestly, looking at this wave, Meeks, QB3 Hunt, Carter the 2, and now Avery, it's starting to feel like a deep roster built for the long haul. Man, after all this news, I've got chills. It's insane watching the Lions move like this. A promising wideout grinding, a QB3 on the horizon, a hungry pass rusher added, and a veteran corner stepping in. That's not coincidence, that's Motor City pride beating strong. And I'll say it loud, this squad is building contender skin. So drop a comment because this right here is home for true Lions Nation. The den never dies. Now tell me, are you ready for the roar that's coming next?